Hi Gemini, welcome to your month ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. If you, or rather, should I say, you asked and I have delivered a retrograde survival kit. You can get it for half price now, right up until the day that Mercury goes retrograde. So if you want to get it before then so that you can put your strategy in place, you can get yours in the description box below. It is a PDF document that talks about all of the retrogrades, what you can do to survive them, and how to get through with a strategy of all of that good stuff. So I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what your month ahead has in store for you, your actions and interactions with the world at large this month. So this month you get the Moon card, right? So the Moon card is about coming full cycle. It's about taking off the rose tinted glasses, and the fact that you've got this in your actions and interactions with the world at large means that this month you're getting really real with yourself. Gemini, this is the month where you say to yourself, right, I'm going to rip off the plaster. I'm going for the things that I want, but more importantly, I am not afraid to do the hard look at myself in order to understand how I get there. The Moon card it's cyclic, right? It reminds us of the cycles that we go through in life. It is about the confusion that we find when we look at the past. And this month, the feeling that I get from it is you are looking at your past and saying, you know what, I can't live my life through the guise of what has already been. This is about you taking off the filter, right? So whenever we look at something and we say, oh, well, you know, I've already had this experience and so therefore I'm more cautious, or I behave in this way when a certain type of experience presents itself to me. And with the Moon card, this month you're taking that off. This is about you taking off the band-aid, taking off the plaster, taking off the rose tinted glasses and seeing things exactly as they are. And that actually is a really good thing, because this month the feeling that I get is you might be presented with something that is actually a really good opportunity. But if you're looking at it through the guise of an experience that you've already had, you could be saying to yourself, oh, well, you know what, I'm probably not going to take that experience or that opportunity because last time such and such happened. Well, if you take that filter off and you start to see it for all the potential amazing things that it could bring you, and you get rid of, you know, I'm not saying don't be cautious and, you know, throw cautious in your underwear to the wind. What I'm there's a thought. What I'm saying is, this month you get to take off those, you know, to take off that filter. You know, we all have filters in life that have been built up by certain experiences, by certain people, you know, things that we've been told, things that we've convinced ourselves. This month you get to step outside of that, to experience life exactly as it is, which is beautiful. So your money and materials this month. Let's have a look what's going on in your finances. This month you get the 9 of Wands, right? So you're looking at your finances. So here's a really interesting thing that I've noticed straight away. The Moon card is number 18. 1 and 8 gives you 9. And then you've got the 9 of Wands right next to it in your finances sector. This is about completions. It's about things coming full circle. This month it's like you're saying to yourself, I'm not going to keep asking what if. I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to be brave. I'm going to do what needs to be done. And you know what come what may, whatever the outcome is, at least the consequences of the decisions that are made will be truly mine. This is about you finding a way to live your life that is truly more authentic, and ultimately wrapping up an old cycle of telling yourself that you can't because ... Right? And the fact that this comes up in your finances means maybe you're ready for more abundance. Maybe you're saying to yourself, what is it that's stopping me from making more money? What is it that's stopping me from really finding or having the kind of financial experience that I want? You know, where is it that I'm holding myself back? It's a big month for you asking yourself that kind of question, and it looks like you're going really deep with it, which is fantastic. So your communications with the world at large, you've got the King of Swords, right? This is a beautiful card for communications because it means that you are piercing through the fog, right? You are getting to the clarity of exactly what it is that you want. This is a very pervading theme for you this month, right? It permeates through everything. You want clarity, you want to know things, you want to see things exactly as they are, and ultimately you want people to receive you exactly as you are. This is about utilizing your mind, your intellect, and your intelligence. And quite frankly, Gemini, you have so much intelligence. I mean, Geminis are amazing with facts, holding on to and storing tidbits of information. Sometimes, you know, bits of information that people think, bloody hell, how do you remember that detail, right? Utilize that power this month. The fact that you've got the King of Swords as well. So who is the King of Swords as a person? Usually this is somebody that is in charge. It's a boss. It's a person in a position of authority. It can be a father figure. It could be a lawyer, a doctor, somebody that has reached the height of their game. Very, very similar to the magician in that respect, only the King of Swords as a sign would be Aquarius. So an air sign male will very much feature for you this month. He could be an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. This is somebody that you're having a lot of deep conversations with. It could be that you're finding a therapist this month, you know, bouncing ideas off of somebody that really helps you understand how you came to some of the conclusions that you have. You could be speaking to, some of you, this could be you speaking to a financial advisor and understanding how you can correct or you know, do some remedial work when it comes to your finances or your financial situation. You know, it will differ for everybody in some way, shape or form, but that's the kind of general feeling around all of this. And then finally, your heart and half sector. So in your relationships and love, you've got the Ace of Swords. You've got a new beginning, right? For those of you that are single, this is you understanding why you're single and understanding that up until now it's actually been self-imposed. Sorry, I think my mic's doing something weird. Right, this Ace of Swords as well, it's a new beginning. It's about you making a decision when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships. It's about you making decisions based on the facts. For those of you that are partnered, this suggests a new era of communication. This is about you and your partner really saying, you know what, where is it that we connect and where is it that we clash? What is it that we need to work on when it comes to our communication style? When it comes to sharing what we think, you know, how we think and how we would proceed if we were, you know, this is one of the things as well. When it comes to relationships, something that's really important is to ask yourself, what would I do if I were single? And how does that differ from the fact that I'm in a relationship? That really helps you understand where it is that you're compromising and where it is that you're being inflexible, and vice versa as well, because if your partner can do the same, you really learn a lot more about each other. It really reveals to you a different side of the other person, but also it sometimes shows you where you could be limiting yourself or where you could be feeling unexpressed or repressed, right? So your first week of the month, you've got the High Priestess right underneath the moon. Double hit of lunar, moon, water energy. This is about hidden things coming to light, but this is about realizations of self. This is about really, you could be, this month is a really good month actually for you to delve into your own psyche, for you to really get to the bottom of where your personal limiting beliefs come from, what they actually are, and what it is that locked them into place in the first place. Powerful month for that. It looks like you're learning a lot of secrets about yourself this month, which is a really good thing, right? Because if we shine light in the darkest corners of ourselves and we know ourselves intimately inside and out, nothing in the world can really trigger us anymore, because we understand who we are and where we come from and what our triggers may be. Second week of the month, you've got the Hanged Man right underneath the Nine of Wands, right? So when it comes to finances this month, no big moves. This is not a month for you to make big financial decisions. It's not a month for you to sign any big documents if you can absolutely help it. You know, like I said, lots of talking about things, lots of kind of self and soul searching, but beyond that, there's not a lot of scope here for making big purchases and things like that. Third week of the month, you've got the Empress right underneath the King of Swords. You know, really any personal work, any therapy, any type of, you know, and it doesn't even just have to be talking therapies. This could be physical therapy. It could be, you know, a chiropractor, an osteopath, a massage. It could any of those things that's going to help you find root causes of tension, you know, whether they're just in your body or whatever, just in your mind, you know, and how those things filter out into your speech. This could be really good. Speaking to a professional in some way, shape or form is going to be a very high path for you this month. And then finally, your fourth week of the month, you've got the Moon card. Very interesting. The Moon card seems to like the fourth week of the month, so I wonder what's happening at the end of October. There could be a little bit of confusion around the end of the month, right? Your ruler is Mercury. Mercury will be going retrograde on the 31st. If you didn't hear me, I have created a retrograde survival kit, which you can get in the link in the description box below. It will help you put together a strategy to survive the months of the retrograde, whatever planet it is, right? So finally, your key to the month. Oh yeah, for those of you that are single, with the Moon card there, this could be you asking yourself, you know, how do I dispel that confusion? I mean, you've got a double hit of the Moon here. Sorry, it looks like my tech issues are not 100% done at the moment. So your key to the month card for Gemini is... Your key to the month, Gemini, is the Six of Pentacles. Allow yourself to be assisted, right? So whenever it is that we go into deep introspective work or we start working on ourselves, we kind of get into this mode of it all, you know, it's got to all be me. It has to come from within. And for the most part, that's true, but accepting assistance from other people or reaching out to other people is not a sign of weakness. Yes, it makes you vulnerable, but it also makes you incredibly strong. And the reason being is because it allows help, it allows assistance. So when you get the Six of Pentacles as your key to the month, don't be afraid to reach out to others for help, and more importantly, when assistance is offered to you, don't look at it, you know, through the eyes or the guise of suspicion. Look at it exactly as it is, which is a helping hand. All right, so I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.